Have you ever stopped to wonder if the story of humanity's creation we know is actually a carefully constructed lie? What if there are only 3 types of humans in the world, and you've spent your entire life unaware of which one you belong to? Are you an enlightened being, a prisoner of matter, or something even more mysterious? Forbidden texts, erased from official narratives, reveal an ancient secret that challenges everything we believe about our essence. But beware, this truth isn't for everyone. It shakes the very foundations of who we are, what we believe, and perhaps what keeps us from being free. So take a deep breath, because today we'll uncover what they never wanted you to know, the kind of knowledge that can set you free, or completely dismantle your view of reality. Are you ready to discover who you truly are? First, we meet the humans of light. The humans of light are a fascinating concept found in ancient texts like the Gospel of Philip and the Book of Enoch. According to these narratives, the first humans weren't shaped by matter, but were composed of pure divine energy. These beings of light were, in essence, direct emanations of God's essence, existing in a state of spiritual freedom unimaginable by today's standards. Without physical bodies, they were completely free from the limitations of the material world. They felt no pain, needed no food or rest, and didn't rely on any means to connect with the divine. Their existence was an act of worship in itself. These beings were described as carriers of innate wisdom. Unlike present-day humanity, which needs to learn and experience to gain knowledge, the humans of light were born with a complete understanding of the universe and their role within it. They were seen as the ultimate manifestation of divine wisdom, living in a harmony that transcends the concept of good and evil. This absolute freedom defied the logic of organized societies, as there was no need for intermediaries or religious systems to guide them to God. The very idea of a temple or ritual would have been irrelevant to these beings, as their essence kept them in direct contact with the source of all creation. However, this concept raises an unsettling question. Why were these stories erased from traditional narratives? Texts deemed heretical, such as the Gospel of Philip, suggest that the direct connection of these beings to the divine rendered priests, dogmas, and organized religions unnecessary. Imagine a humanity with no need to seek spiritual validation from external institutions. This would represent a direct challenge to the control exerted by religious and political systems throughout history. Another intriguing aspect is the implication that the humans of light may not have vanished entirely. Some believe that fragments of their essence might still exist within us, manifesting as moments of spiritual clarity, intuition, or transcendent experiences. But if this is true, what happened to sever this original connection? Could the physical and emotional limitations we face today be part of a grand scheme to distance us from this enlightened essence? These questions invite us to look inward and challenge everything we know about our origin and purpose. The humans of light represent far more than a spiritual or philosophical idea. They serve as a reminder of lost potential, a vision of a humanity that is free, wise, and in complete communion with the divine. Perhaps rediscovering this state is the true aim of the human journey. In addition, there are the humans of Earth. The humans of Earth are described in Gnostic texts and other ancient narratives as a distinct creation, deeply rooted in the material world. Unlike the humans of light, they were shaped by the Demiurge, a jealous and lesser architect of the physical universe. This being, according to Gnostic traditions, trapped the divine spark within physical bodies, limiting their connection to the divine and to true knowledge, known as gnosis. According to these accounts, the humans of Earth were designed with a functional purpose: to work, obey, and sustain a hierarchical structure controlled by the Demiurge and his archons, entities described as guardians of this material system. This creation was not driven by love or benevolence, but by the need for control. The physicality of the humans of Earth makes them vulnerable to emotions and needs that keep them bound to a cycle of survival and dependence. Hunger, fear, and desire are intrinsic elements of their existence, deliberately embedded as mechanisms to ensure they remained submissive and focused on the demands of the physical world. A critical aspect of this narrative is the deprivation of true knowledge. The Gnostics believe the Demiurge intentionally distanced the humans of Earth from gnosis so that they would depend on intermediaries, such as religious or political leaders, who perpetuate this system of control. By creating barriers to perceiving their own divine essence, The humans of Earth are kept in a state of spiritual ignorance. They accept the physical reality as the only truth, living to fulfill purposes determined by external forces. This perspective prompts reflection on the limitations we face in daily life. Repetitive routines, relentless work cycles, and the constant pursuit of validation seem to align with this ancient description. But what if these patterns are more than cultural coincidences? What if they are remnants of this elaborate system designed to keep humanity under control? It's a troubling yet liberating vision, as it suggests that these chains can be broken. However, the humans of Earth also carry a divine spark. Despite the layers of imposed limitations, their spiritual essence has never been entirely extinguished. It can be reactivated through the pursuit of self-knowledge, questioning established norms, and reconnecting with the spiritual dimension. While traditional narratives portray them as fragile and dependent figures, the humans of Earth possess a latent, transformative potential, waiting for the right moment to emerge and transcend the boundaries imposed by the material world. This narrative invites us to examine the nature of control in our lives and seek ways to overcome the limitations placed upon us. Are the humans of Earth truly prisoners, or are they simply dormant, awaiting their awakening? You might also be a human of fire. The humans of fire are an intriguing and unique concept found in ancient texts, described as beings who challenge both the spiritual and material worlds. While the humans of light exist in perfect harmony with the divine and the humans of Earth are confined to physicality, the humans of fire stand between these extremes. They are forces of transformation, carrying an intense and unpredictable energy that can both create and destroy. These individuals are often seen as agents of chaos, but also as visionaries who reshape reality. Ancient texts from cultures such as the Persian and esoteric traditions describe the humans of fire as endowed with a singular energy that drives profound change. This fire is not literal, but a metaphor for their inner force, a blend of passion, courage, and restlessness. They refuse to accept the status quo. They question and reconfigure rules, challenging established structures. This energy makes them both a threat and a promise of renewal. Unlike the humans of light who are born with full wisdom, or the humans of Earth who depend on systems of control, the humans of fire live in the tension between their instincts and a higher calling. They are not entirely bound by matter, nor do they exist in complete spiritual freedom. This dynamic balance makes them both creative and destructive forces. Their restlessness drives them to seek answers many avoid and to confront uncomfortable truths. Historically, these beings have been perceived as dangerous to power structures. Governments and religions have often suppressed figures embodying this archetype. After all, a person who does not submit easily, who breaks patterns, and inspires others to do the same, poses a direct threat to control. Yet at the same time, the humans of fire are the catalysts of great change. Their actions can dismantle oppressive systems and pave the way for new ways of living and thinking. These individuals have a unique relationship with the divine. In some traditions, they are described as possessing a creative fury that allows them to channel spiritual energy to transform the reality around them. This gift, however, requires balance. Without control, fire can consume, but with direction, it can illuminate and warm. Above all, the humans of fire are an invitation to reflection. They challenge us to question conventions, break limiting patterns, and seek a higher purpose. In a world that often rewards conformity, they remind us of the power of being untamed, of shaping destiny, and of rekindling the divine spark within us all. Do you carry the essence of fire within you? Furthermore, the concept of the demiurge emerges as one of the most intriguing and challenging within Gnostic traditions, presenting a figure of control and manipulation over the material world. Described as the architect of the physical universe, the demiurge is often depicted as a jealous and limiting entity who imprisoned the divine spark of human beings in physical bodies and a reality of suffering and illusions. This figure lies at the heart of a system designed to keep humanity disconnected from its spiritual essence and submissive to external forces. According to ancient texts, the demiurge did not act alone. He relies on the assistance of the archons, entities that serve as guardians of the material system. These forces are described as manipulators, feeding on human ignorance, fear, and confusion to maintain control. They reinforce the illusions created by the demiurge, keeping humans focused on their physical and emotional needs while steering them away from deeper questions about their true nature and purpose. The Demiurge's primary strategy is illusion. He crafts a world so immersive and demanding that most people rarely pause to question what lies beyond what they can see and touch. Through social, religious, and political systems, the Demiurge keeps humans occupied with repetitive routines, incessant desires, and the constant pursuit of external validation. It's an invisible prison where the bars are not made of iron, but of limiting beliefs and perceptions. This narrative challenges us to reflect on how aspects of our lives may align with this system of control, from the relentless pursuit of material possessions to the passive acceptance of societal rules. Many human behaviors reflect deep conditioning. However, for the Gnostics, the key to escaping this cycle is gnosis, the true knowledge of one's essence and the universe. This awakening is seen as the first step toward transcending the limitations imposed by the Demiurge. Moreover, the Demiurge's influence is not confined to the external world. It also operates within the human psyche. The constant tension between earthly desires and the yearning for spiritual transcendence reflects this internal dominion. Understanding this internal dynamic can pave the way for personal and spiritual liberation. The Demiurge is also perceived as a craftsman who uses materiality as a tool of distraction. His creations perpetuate cycles of ambition, pleasure, and frustration, which divert individuals from inner awakening. Overcoming this web of illusions requires the courage to question imposed truths and explore dimensions beyond the tangible world. This archetype of control is not limited to symbolic stories. It is mirrored in the structures that govern our lives. Identifying and challenging these influences is a revolutionary act. Only then can we reclaim our spiritual autonomy and reconnect with the boundless potential that resides in our divine essence. Are we ready to confront these layers of conditioning and discover what lies beyond the illusion? Throughout this video, we have delved into profound and challenging concepts about the origin and essence of humanity. We uncovered the intriguing story of the humans of light, whose direct connection to the divine made them free and complete beings. We explored the humans of Earth, shaped to live under the physical and emotional limitations imposed by the Demiurge. And we met the humans of fire, those who, carrying a unique energy, have the power to transform the world around them. Finally, we revealed the role of the Demiurge, an architect who uses illusion to keep humanity trapped in a system of control, limiting our access to the truth about who we truly are. This journey is not merely a reflection on ancient stories. It is an invitation to question the forces that shape our lives. Whether through beliefs, social structures, or even our internal struggles, we are constantly challenged to look beyond appearances and seek our deeper essence. So what does this mean for you? Perhaps what we've discussed today is more than a theory or a distant narrative. It may be a reminder that within each of us lies a spark of something greater, something that transcends imposed limitations, an essence that, when awakened, holds the power to rewrite our own story. If this message resonated with you, if it sparked questions, reflections, or even a sense of purpose, then the goal has been achieved. Now, the most important question is, are you ready to explore who you truly are? Are you prepared to challenge illusions and discover the potential that lies within you? Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you believe this content could inspire others, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can continue exploring the mysteries of existence and seeking answers to the questions that truly matter. After all, the path to truth begins with the first step, questioning. So, are you ready to take that step?